Welcome, travelers.
On today's episode, we're going to be sharing a little bit about ourselves. Who are we? I don't know. And our top 5 must-dos at Disney World.
So grab your cup of coffee.
Because we're blasting off. Welcome to Escape Velocity Travels.
I'm Ember with Coffee and Tiaras.
And I'm Bradley with Bradley's Game Room.
And we are a husband and wife team.
We have 3 kids.
And we love to travel.
Sometimes traveling can be a little rough with a party of 5.
Yeah.
But we've done a lot of planning and we have a lot of experience, so we figured we'd bring that to the table and share what we know.
So we love Disney and we love going to the beach.
We have so many other plans where we're going to travel in the future. I know we talked about Tokyo Disney. We talked about Shanghai. Well, you didn't talk about Shanghai, but I want to go to Shanghai. And, of course, there's Paris. You name it. That's just Disney locations.
Right.
Not to mention with Epic Universe coming and everything with Universal and the kids getting a little bit older, I'm ready to hit up some Epic.
Right.
So
absolutely. I'm ready.
And of course, I'd like to go to D.C., do some, tourist attractions.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Too. More like within the U.S., I think there's plenty of states that we'd like to go to that don't necessarily have a theme park.
And we go to New Orleans all the time, so we're definitely going to have a New Orleans episode.
Oh, probably 2. Several.
Yeah. But this episode is all about Disney.
Yeah.
We're going to share with you guys our top 5 must-dos at Disney World.
So we each have our own top 5, and we're going to count down, starting with our number 5. Would you like to go first? What's yours?
Sure, I'll go first. So my number 5 is staying at a Disney resort.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know it's expensive,
yeah,
and not everybody has the opportunity to. It's a lot cheaper to find you a place off, and yeah, you know what? 100% it's still a Disney trip by doing that, right?
Absolutely.
But I would save up and at least try to make one-time trip to stay on property because it's just such a different experience.
It is. And, we've always stayed on property. I feel like you get that extra Disney magic as soon as you get on property. Your vacation started.
I have some memory of the past with my parents going to Disney World and Universal and staying off property and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just... the Skyliner.
Yes.
Riding around on the Skyliner is awesome.
Yeah, that's a bonus in itself, and you're not paying extra for it. Yeah.
It's a ride in itself. It's great. Art of Animation... That resort is like home to us.
I think that's our favorite resort. It is so super themed. It's some of our probably more favorite movies, I'd have to say, that we all enjoy as a family together. We love it. I love the Disney properties. I don't think I'd ever not stay.
Whenever I go, I like to stay in the Disney bubble because it's just Disney all the time. And that's why a lot of our trips, we don't split up between Disney and Universal and things like that. We go just for Disney, or we would go just for Universal, because I feel like they're 2 very different experiences, and you have to experience them in different ways,
Absolutely. I don't think you'll get that same feeling if I was staying at a Disney resort and then hopping over to Universal for a day. It's a different mindset.
So what's your number 5? Okay.
So my number 5 is going to be Cape May. And that's over at, oh my God, I can't think of it.
Not Yacht Club.
Not Yacht. The beach house? I didn't know if that'd be part of your research. I wrote it down, but, you want to pause it?
I looked up Cape May and it says New Jersey.
Cape May Minnie's Beach.
So, I will say we went there the last couple times. It has been around October.
Yes.
And the pumpkin pancakes
Yes.
are the best thing I've ever
Yeah.
eaten.
And I mean, besides the food, that we love just in general, I think breakfast with characters at Disney. But this one in particular, it always stands out to me. I think it's just the location. We love beaches. We love the coast. So that whole area, whenever you're getting up to Minnie's beach house or whatever, it's in a resort.
It's either in Disney's Beach Club Villas or Disney's Yacht Club. I'm looking at a map right now, and it's smack dab in between of them.
Yes,
and the two are connected. So
it's right there. I know, and I think that plays into why I love it so much. Is it has that beachy feel when you're getting there. You're going through the hotels. The hotels is gorgeous. We've never stayed there. I would love to visit and stay there one day. But yeah, we've had...
Okay, it's officially in the Beach Club Resort.
Okay, perfect. I know around it, it's the beach theming, so I knew it had to be close by. And it's Minnie's beach...
Beach Bash.
Something like that. Yeah. She's all dressed up in her beach wear, and all the other characters are dressed up too. We have a great time. The music, the service waiters or whatnot, everybody... I don't know. That's like hands down my best favorite character meal. And they only do the characters in the morning for breakfast. That's it.
Right.
They don't do it for lunch or dinner. So that's the time to go. And I just enjoy doing breakfast in general with characters because I think it just starts off your day right. Seeing them, the kids all get a picture with them. They get an autograph, a hug, and you get your breakfast. And who doesn't love
pumpkin pancakes?
Pumpkin pancakes, and they have an omelet bar. And if and if you know
this
me,
one,
I love a good omelet bar, so I'm hooked. It ticks all my boxes. So yeah,
you got an omelet bar? I'll be there. Let's go.
Yes. So do you want to roll into number 4 now?
Sure. So my number 4. Mm-hmm. I start getting into ride territory.
Okay.
And this one was a relatively new ride. It is Tron is the newest ride. So It's not the newest ride. It's Rise of the Resistance.
Ooh.
So I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yes.
And when I went on this ride, I love how it's not one ride. It's like 3 rides.
Yes.
Because you got the simulator ride, and then you got the motion ride, and then you got the drop. Yeah. So it's like it's 3 rides in one, and a whole experience and story that go along with it. I think that's one of the best rides Disney has ever done.
Well, and that's the one. It has like kind of like a long beginning to it, right?
Right.
They put us on a ship. Kind of like
right, so you're in your queue, and then you go into the ship, and then that's the simulation part where like you're riding in the ship, and you're going to that space station or whatever it is, that other ship, and then you come out and you have that lobby of stormtroopers.
So massive,
just awesome.
So it's like breathtaking. You know, seeing that many stormtroopers.
Yeah,
in real
and all
life.
The cast members stay in character, so they're like. You know, they're working for the First Order.
Yes.
One of them yelled at my daughter one time. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because she just decided she was going to go and press some buttons. And she's like, I'm trying to hack it. And one of them goes, get in line.
It was all good fun.
It was good.
It was great. Yeah. I love that. That's probably one of the things that I love about Disney is that the theming to everything. Yeah. And they stay in character. Like, you're really going to have this immersive, experience, on it. I don't know. If you can't tell, we love Disney.
So yeah, that's my 4th is Rise of the Resistance. I think Galaxy's Edge in general is a big build up to that. You know, entering that area and becoming part of Star Wars is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they did a whole nother level on Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. So. And I mean, the animatronics, too.
Yeah.
I think those are so impressive. I like them better. They don't have, like, the
hologram, like Rey's hologram was awesome.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
It was great.
But anyway, what was your fourth?
My fourth, if I can squint my eyes, okay, it's the Magic Maker. So
We gotta get you some contacts.
I know, the Magic Maker. So I think this is the only thing you could purchase it if you stay on property, or is if you book through the website.
So you can purchase Magic Maker anytime.
Anytime.
You don't even have to be. You don't have to have tickets, and you can purchase Magic Maker.
Okay.
The key thing is that Magic Maker, when you activate it, is good to
For like
have
14
any of your
days.
picture for up to 14 days or a month within that time frame, something like that. I think it's 14 days. I think you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
The days of going to Disney, riding Splash Mountain, and then going up to a booth to pick out your photo and get it print out and pay $15 per print
Yeah.
are done. Those,
Exactly.
You know, that's not a thing anymore. I remember waiting in line to get a picture in Splash Mountain with my parents.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And you could still like scan your band. If you could pay for it individually still.
Yeah, you can still buy individual photos and things like that, but with all the cast members that are out and about taking photos of you, like in front of the castle, in front of different landmarks in the parks, and the ride photos and everything else, like with Magic Maker, you're just jumping in those photos, you know. Oh, and character meet and greets even.
Yeah.
You get the photos with the characters meet and greets, so...
Yeah.
100% worth it.
Yeah, that's what I love it. Every time we go to book, we make sure we grab that. Plus, for us, you know, we normally are taking pictures of our kids all the time. We don't hardly ever get in the photos with them, or there might just be one of us. This allows us for both of us to be in the photo and have a family
and one
photo.
key thing with that too is Magic Maker, you only have to pay once for an entire family.
Yes.
So it's not like you're paying per person $120. You're paying one time
$150.
$150?
Yeah.
You're paying one time that price, right? And you have it for your entire family.
Yeah.
We paid one time whenever our whole family went. There was what, 9 of us?
There's a group of us. We had 3 rooms at Disney. We all said that we were together in a group.
We got Magic Maker. We got all their photos. All on Magic Maker.
Everybody's
only paid
photos.
1 for 10. So the more people that go with you, the more value you get out of
Absolutely.
it for sure. But, you know, it's only a
Yeah.
matter of time before Disney catches on to that and starts charging per person.
Let's not do that.
Anyway, Disney, I didn't say that. Actually, I'm going to bleep it out.
But yeah, that's why I love Magic Maker for us, and they also do like all the special like magic to your what are they called? Is it the pixie dust?
Oh,
Or
yeah, like
they
they'll
add
add
like
the extra visual
characters
effects and
inside of
stuff.
it. They'll put them in your hands. Our kids love it because our daughter, she was always like, put something in my hand, because you can ask them like you want one with magic and they'll do it. And then it shows up like on your app on your phone, and you see it within like seconds, minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good. Yeah, I love it. It's a must-have when we're going. Yeah. So what is your top 3 must-do?
My number 3 is in Magic Kingdom, Adventureland,
Okay.
egg roll cart.
I love the egg rolls.
Egg rolls are awesome. And from what I hear, the pepperoni and cheese ones, which I really wanted to try and we haven't got a chance to try yet, are out this year.
Oh, yes.
I wanna
The
try
cart
it.
is back.
Yeah. Well, the cart's...
Well, oh, is it?
There was a time where the cart disappeared,
Yeah.
but they change out the spring rolls that are in the cart from time
Sure,
to time.
yeah.
So last time we had... the cheeseburger is pretty much a staple. They always have the cheeseburger one, which is great.
Yeah.
Last time they had some kind of like pastrami one or something like
Reuben.
that. The Reuben.
Yeah.
Which was good. Mm-hmm. So what's your number 3?
My number 3, it is going to be a character meet and greet, but specifically in Epcot. There are 2 spots in Epcot that are kind of like hidden.
Oh, the magical
And-
spot where they line up like 5 or 6 random characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like when you're going around the world. I think it's in between America and the other one. And there's like this magical lane.
There's this one spot where it goes back to like this annexed area where they open that spot up for different food and wine tastings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For like special guest stuff.
Yeah.
That little road they'll have like 5 or 6 characters pop
Yeah.
up randomly, and it's always crazy characters. Like last time we saw Rafiki.
Yes.
We've never seen Rafiki.
That's why it's like out of the ordinary characters.
Right.
It was Rafiki, one of the bears from Country Bears.
Right.
We saw Pluto, and there was another character there, I think. Or was it just 3? I don't know. Sometimes they have like 3 or 4.
I don't remember.
But there's always just a random. You never know, and I think they go out at random times.
There's also the random poo that's in the yard, like
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Let's preface.
Winnie the Pooh will just show up in the gardens at Epcot and just start dancing around with a butterfly net, and it's hilarious.
That's cute. I love it. But yeah, that's one of our favorite things, because I want to say the last time we were passing by, there was a cast member there, and she asked like if we wanted to go see a character, and I was just kind of skeptical. I was like, a what? A character?
It's like, we're gonna sweep you away in the back, and we'll never see
Yeah,
you
the way
again.
she was kind of like motioning us to go this way, and as soon as I looked down and I saw all the characters, I was like, well, yeah, I want to go see the character. I love getting the kids. They have like their autograph books every year when we go, and I make them fill up their
one year
book.
we ran into Prince Eric outside of Figment.
Yes, that was
it's so random.
That's my other spot that I wrote down, because that's the second spot. So it's at the beginning.
It's
Hopefully,
right by Figment, yeah.
by Figment. It's like this small little spot, and Prince Eric was out there, and he's never out for autographs. And like I spotted him from afar. We were going down some path, and I spotted him, and I was like, I have to go, because if you don't know, I'm like obsessed with the Little Mermaid. So, so I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go. We have to get his autograph. And we were the last people, because they stick out a character for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like maybe 30
They don't-
minutes.
they don't.
They're not out long. And by
Especially like a face character like that.
Yeah.
You don't have the switch out that you can happen, where a
Yeah.
character go on break and 5 minutes later the other one will come out. When they're gone, they're gone. They can't bring out another character because then,
exactly.
like, why did his face change? Yeah,
Yeah. But I think it's just some of those like extra Disney special magic moments, that like this character appeared, and it's just not one of those normal scheduled, like around the world they have like you can meet Alice and Mary Poppins, and all of them, they have their scheduled times that you'll see them. But these characters, they just kind of like pop up. There was another spot in Epcot that we met Daisy in the front of the park. Another time there was like Goofy and Pluto. So I don't know. I love a good character meet and greet. They, especially when they're like excited and they're doing their thing. I don't know. I feel like we have a good time. And with that Magic Maker, you get all the photos, and they like
I
start
see a bit
taking
of a theme
photos.
happening here. It was like we got Kate May with the character breakfast. We got the Magic Maker with character photos. We got character meet and greets.
Yes.
Somebody must like her character.
I do. I mean, I could have made this all about food, because I'll be honest, I love Disney for all the different foods, and that's
Subscribe. We'll be doing a top 5 food soon, I'm sure.
So that's kind of where I was going at first, and I was like, no, I don't want to make it all about food. So I tried to make it really, truly when we're scheduling our trip, what do we look forward to the most, and that we have to have. And yeah, I love me a good character.
That's why she married me.
I think it's me. I think I'm the character.
Okay, I'm going to switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
What's your number 2?
See, this is funny. We didn't say anything before. If we would have like any
Yeah, so we
tops
both
that
separated. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, you create your top 5. I'll create my top 5. We won't talk about it until we get in front of the camera.
right. And my number 2 was your number 3, which is the egg rolls.
The egg rolls.
So
Look, them egg rolls. Like, look, okay, we didn't talk about it too much whenever I said number 3.
I was trying to hold back because I knew.
But man, like, you're paying what? I think they're like $9 now for
It's
2
like
egg rolls.
$10 for 2 egg rolls.
Which is a bit steep.
And I don't know if you can use it for a snack credit if you have the dining package. It doesn't classify as one.
I don't know. Last time
I think we
we
paid
went, we
for
didn't
it.
have the dining plan. So I could look that up real quick though. Go ahead,
Keep
to me
talking.
about it.
But yeah, so we knew about the hype. I think the first time we went out to Disney, we knew there was like a following of these infamous A rolls, and so they come out at 11 o'clock in Adventureland. Is that what you said?
Right. Yeah. It's just
with like a little
just-
trolley,
yeah.
like a little cart. It's just a little cart. If you're not looking for it, I think you would miss it because
Yeah.
I almost missed it.
So right when you get into the entrance of Adventureland, before you get to your Dole Whip.
Yeah. And we waited in line. Like, that's how much we were dedicated. It opened at 11. We got there probably around 10:30 because we were just making our way through. And when we realized what time it was, it's like, okay, well, we have to wait in line for our egg rolls. And then we got like 2 orders of, I think, the cheeseburger. You sure it wasn't the pepperoni? Was it the Reuben? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Reuben.
It was the Reuben. And, or not 2 orders. We got 1 roll of each and we tried it out because we weren't sure. And I think we just had a big breakfast, but we could not miss the egg rolls. And I'm here to say that they did not disappoint. We're one of those people that like, yeah, I will pay $10 for 2 egg rolls.
I'm getting mixed signals here. Some things are saying that a single egg roll is a snack credit, not a double. But I never ordered a single egg roll, so I don't know.
I remember we
how
ordered
that
one
works.
of each the last
So,
time. But
I'm
as
not
far as
sure.
I know, they bring
come
out
in
like
2.
the big cart.
Yeah.
The big heated tray cart, and once they sell out,
Once they're out, they're out. Yeah.
And then you won't get it again until the next day.
Definitely worth it. Every time you see it, you'll see a giant line because people are just waiting for their egg rolls. But
It's
talk
worth
about
it.
good stuff.
And I didn't mention it earlier. I wanted to say that they have like a newer one that came out, or maybe it's just coming back because they do
They
change
cycle
out
them.
they cycle out the flavors, and it's bacon mac and cheese. That's one of the ones coming with the Reuben.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I get behind that.
So I know for our next trip, if we go to Magic Kingdom, that's one of our places that we have to stop and get a snack. So yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. You don't want to eat a snack right before you go on my number 2.
Oh, okay. I'm scared. What is your number 2?
Mount Everest.
Oh.
Mount Everest is my number 2. I think Mount Everest is the most thrilling thrill ride at Disney World. Hands down. It is so unsuspecting because it's in the most unsuspecting park, right? It's in Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
But
Because
I mean,
of the Yeti.
for a number of reasons, though, Animal Kingdom is one of my favorite parks.
I do. Yeah, I agree.
It's so much easier to just chill.
Yeah.
You know, to take your time, do what you got to do. I mean, we got Pandora over there. Everything's really cool over there. You know, Centuli Canteen.
Canteen. Yep.
Canteen? Okay.
Centuli Canteen.
I was about to say cafe, but it's canteen. Man, that blueberry cheesecake almost
Again.
made. I'm gonna have to throw an honorable mention on that. That almost made my list.
You see, I know. See, again, it's the food. I always go back to food.
And then, of course, we have the Dino-Rama with the Triceratops spin, which has been each of our
kids'
little one's first ride at Disney.
Yeah, I think that's just something sentimental to us.
Yeah. So it just makes it just a little bit more special, right?
Yeah.
But
I
last time we
enjoy-
went, rode Everest with Aurora,
Yeah.
and she was just like loved it. After that, that was it. You couldn't. She wanted to get on every roller coaster possible.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah. It is good. I went on it one time before when we had our whole family go, and I'm
She
not
got
a
stuck.
thrill.
When we got to the bottom, I didn't realize that I was getting out. I was, recording. You can see it in our old video. She's just sitting there, and her legs are shaking. She couldn't stand up after.
I couldn't get up. I know. I'm not big into like thrill rides, like loop-de-loops and stuff like that. But I'll do it because I know you enjoy it, and I know you want to go on it. So I was like, I'm gonna do it for you, and I did. But I was like, now that our daughter loves it, I'm like, you could go with her. That's fine. I'll hang out with the boys.
Before we do our number ones,
Okay.
I was thinking about calling Aurora in here
Oh.
for her to share with us her top 2.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
think?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's call her in.
Aurora!
Oh, we snap her in.
3 hours later.
Oh, there you are. All right. Why don't you share with everybody what
Here.
your top
Come sit on
2?
mommy's lap.
Let's start with your number 2. Must-dos at Disney World.
My number 2 is to go to Mount Everest.
Mount Everest?
Mount Everest.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. We just talked about it. Remember last time we went on it?
Yeah.
What did you like about Mount Everest?
It was really cool how they showed like the tracks and like that.
Being messed
and
up.
Then, yeah, and then they and then I went back and they saw the shadow of the Yeti. I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's your number 1?
The bacon.
The bacon.
The bacon.
The bacon. I completely forgot about the bacon.
Again with the food. Here we
Dang.
are.
that could have replaced the egg rolls for me.
Yeah, the bacon's like this big.
So she's talking about the candied bacon on a stick
Yeah.
in Adventureland.
It's a thick cut bacon.
Last time we went, I had heard about it, but we never ran into it. It's like by the Country Bear Jamboree, and a little shack thing, and we were like, "Is that a stick with bacon on? We got to get it." So it was just me and her just wandering around. We found ourselves there.
Yeah, it's just a big old piece of bacon. And it's super thick.
And it was
Super
like
thick piece
as
of bacon.
big as your head, huh? Because I remember
Yeah.
y'all sent us a photo.
I'll put a photo here on it. But yeah, that was some good bacon.
So
So
yay! So
delicious.
must have that we have to track down next time we go.
well, thank you, Ro.
Awesome. Thank you. Love you.
But
Bye.
so,
Well,
The time has come. It's time for us to introduce what our number 1 top picks are.
in Disney World. Are you
Yes.
ready? Who's first? Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay, I guess so.
So, my number 1 pick is it's actually not something in Disney World. It's actually just a reminder to stop and smell the roses and to take your time. I have to remind myself to do this anytime we're about to take a trip, specifically to Disney World, that we just need to enjoy ourselves. You do a lot of planning, you do a lot of figuring out what you're going to do every day.
You want to squeeze everything into
Yeah.
it. You're going to Disney. You're spending a lot of money. Come on, you know?
Yeah.
So you want to do everything you possibly can
Exactly.
in Disney. And so you're rushing here. You're rushing there. You're doing this.
Yeah,
Just slow down,
yeah.
you know?
And we're totally guilty
We were-
of that.
We were forced to do that.
Yeah.
We went with James, our son, because he was going to take his time with or without us.
Yeah. He's a chill, laid back kind of guy. And we planned out his first Disney trip. Like, we have to do all these things with you because it's your first time. And he just had different plans. He
was
like-
good. Like, if you see some of those videos, he's just sitting there, just standing there in Japan, just looking around, not interested in following or, going
Yeah.
any further. He was good where he was.
Yeah. Or just walking around when we were like crossing over bridges and stuff, he's just like running his hand around the walls. He's just like taking it in while we're trying to like rush and all, he's still doing his thing. And I think the first day it was a big
It caused some
Hiccup
commotion,
with
right? It
us?
was like, okay, we gotta go. But then we were like, you know what? Let's let him set the tempo. You know?
We had to kind of regroup and say, you know what, this isn't going to work and we're not going to be able to enjoy ourselves, and we want to. So yeah, we had to take a step back. And I think we had a really great trip with him.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to see it from his perspective of just kind of like slowing down, and we got a lot of cool shots with him doing his first things, a lot of good things we got to do with ourselves. Yeah, so it was a great trip, and that's something that I want to try and remember, going forward, because I think our first couple of trips.
You don't have to ride every
Yeah.
ride. Part of Disney, a good bit of Disney, is to experience the area.
Yeah,
They created this immersive environment to escape day to day, right?
exactly.
And you're not escaping day to day if you're just running from ride to ride just to try and hit up as many as you can. Now, don't get me wrong. It's fun,
Yeah.
right? I'd love to ride. You want to ride as much as you can, especially if you're going for that amount. But yeah, just taking it all in is a big key factor to it.
Absolutely. And I think what helps too is that we know we're going to go back again. We're not that's not our one and done trip with Disney. So we know that
Right.
if we miss something, we're just going to come back to it the next time.
And if you
we
do
go.
have a trip like that, maybe plan more than one day at a park. So like do a Magic Kingdom day where you're running around all hectic trying to find stuff, and then do one where you just don't have any plans.
Right.
You're just there.
Right. Or split the park into
Right,
two.
right, to
That's
where you can
we've
take your
done
time
before.
on each side.
We've done like 2 days in
The
Magic
problem
Kingdom.
with the parks is that they're starting to get big enough to where you have to split them up to more than just 2 days. Because, like,
Yeah.
at first it's like, okay, Epcot, you could do Around the World in one day and then do Future in the next, and that's fine. Hollywood Studios,
Yeah.
with Monsters Inc. coming and everything else, it's gonna, it's starting to get pretty hefty to where you can spend 2 days in there. Animal Kingdom, one day seems to still be pretty good. It depends on how this Encanto type area
Yeah.
turns
Once they
out.
start bringing all that in, I think. Yeah.
But and then of course you got Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is a park where you can easily spend 3 days in it to really truly experience everything.
Right, to get everything.
Let alone in 2045 when Villains Land comes out.
Oh, I know.
Like, geez,
It's gonna be epic.
So
Yeah. And I think there's like some tricks and all along the way. If you do have like a short time that you can try and get everything in, like I wouldn't suggest like dinings. I wouldn't do any tables
any table services,
because that's going to take
do
at
eat
least
up.
two hours of your
A good bit of
time
time,
just to
yeah.
do that. So I mean, there are things that you can do if you're tight like that. But I think we as a family love Disney. We're going to go back and
So my number one is actually really similar to yours.
okay.
So instead of smelling the roses,
Mm-hmm.
mine is smelling the water.
Smell in the water.
Yeah. So you have to ride Disney boat rides.
Oh, I get you. The water.
All right.
Yeah.
So like Living with the Land, Fiesta Tour,
Yeah.
Frozen, of course the number one, Pirates.
Pirates.
Gotta ride Pirates.
Love Pirates. The Navi River.
Even Navi River Journey. We got Tiana's Bayou Adventure now.
Yes.
Was Splash Mountain, R.I.P.
Yes.
And all those water. I mean, shoot, even Small World,
Yes.
right?
True.
There's something about that Disney water ride
Yes.
that's just.
Yeah.
I know I'm at Disney whenever I smell that water.
I know. I get what you're saying because the water at Pirates, I think they're like the strongest smelling because there's like a whole following around that too.
Well, they got that smoky smell to it too, and some other stuff going on with the.
But like you don't even have to be on the boat yet. I feel like once you're in the queue and you're about to get on the boat,
Exactly.
you could smell it.
There's almost
like,
a coolness to it too.
Yes, I guess because they're in that cave kind of a
Right.
thing. So it's like damp and dark. It's Pirates. It's grunge. I like it. Yeah.
It's just you gotta get on that boat ride. Gotta get on. And I remember that all the way back from whenever I went with my parents. The only ride I truly remember riding whenever I went with them back in 2000 was Maelstrom, which is now Frozen.
Okay. I
And-
never rode that ride.
That was awesome to me. But at the time, I was big into Norse mythology, so that whole area of Norway was really cool with the little, entryway where you can read about Loki and Thor and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
and then,
yeah.
And then Maelstrom was about trolls.
Yes. Okay.
So they had a giant troll in the middle instead of the giant snowball man.
Okay. Interesting. I could see all that.
They still have one of the trolls in the gift shop.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, and I think they still sell troll things in there too. But yeah.
Probably a throwback.
But yeah, no, that
Cute.
ride was really cool. I really liked that one.
Yeah. I like it. I like a good boat ride too. It's very calming. Some of them have like a few drops, but it's not bad. Yeah. It's a good one. Yay.
Well, that's our top 5. That's everything, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Do we have any honorable mentions?
Like spitting on the fly.
Yeah.
A lot of mine was probably like food. If I had to say anything, like you said, like the blueberry mousse from Animal
that was
Kingdom,
good.
we love the
Ooh.
canteen, Sutuli
The
canteen.
poutine at La Cellier was delicious.
Yes, the steak was good, but I think the poutine like stood out way
Yeah.
more for me
And then,
at that dinner.
Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't go to Epcot without a festival. I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to go during a festival.
you have to go during there or Flower and Garden
A Festival
or
of the Arts.
The Arts.
I want to hit up Festival of the Arts
Yeah.
so bad.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's not worth going.
Oh, it's definitely worth going, but
they
if you
didn't-
have the opportunity, since they have so
But I
many festivals
think
throughout the
it just
year,
enhances that
Playing around a
experience
festival.
so much more. Especially you get to try different cuisines and all, and that's what I love about Disney in general. We're getting a taste of all these different places. We haven't yet traveled, outside of the U.S. too much, so we kind of get a little bit of feeling of what it would be like. And like, you know what? I think I would like
I think
to
we
deep
do, but at the
dive.
same time, we don't. Like, one time
Yeah,
we
it's
were
more-
riding the Skyliner back from Epcot, and we actually shared it with some people that
Yeah.
were from France or
France,
something
yeah,
like that.
they were from.
And we were like, "What do you think of Epcot?" And what do you think? And they were like, "This is the most American thing ever." And it was just, it was funny
Yeah,
to hear.
totally. And I think that too with some of the food is that some of the
Right, they amp the sugar,
the butter, the
but in
cream.
that same thing, we're from Louisiana, so spice for us is nothing. The things that they say are spicy at Disney,
Yeah, no,
they
I
have
don't-
flavor.
They have flavor, and I think that's what we're looking for. Like, and I think that's what I wanted to bring in too. Is that being from Louisiana, I think we're just big foodies. We base our day, our life events all around food. Like, there's a birthday coming up or something. Like, what are we gonna eat? What are we gonna do? What do I need to plan? So Disney, I think, is just an extension of that, and they have like all kinds of, different foods, and it's like, what do I want to eat, and how much can I eat of it?
Well, that's our top 5 must-dos in Walt Disney World. What are your top 5? Let us know down in the comments.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, we have tons more in store. Man, so many ideas. I don't even know what's next. Let us know in the comments also what you think we should talk about. We have so much experience, it's not even funny. We've gone to Disney too many times. Also, we're going to have a few conversations about New Orleans and different places to do there, especially with kids. Not a lot of people think about going to New Orleans with kids.
Yeah.
But there's actually tons of stuff to do.
Pretty excited
So-
about that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you real soon.